morning and happy Tuesday, crisp, cold Tuesday. We had some nice warm weather here in North Carolina, and now it is cold again. Anyway, so what are we going to talk about today? So a verse that God had given me and expounded on a little bit was in Proverbs today, and it says, also that the soul be without knowledge, it is not good, and he that hasteth with his feet sinneth. And a thought that God had given me, this last year was about hastiness, and what is our soul without knowledge? What is knowledge? What is knowledge? I've studied wisdom and understanding and knowledge. It's been many years, but I've studied them out. When God gives us wisdom, it says that it's from His words, His mouth, from the Lord. And He also gives understanding and knowledge. In fact, there's a verse in Proverbs 1 that says, the fear of the Lord beginneth with knowledge. And out of His mouth He giveth wisdom and understanding. And I may be off a little, but you can read Proverbs 1 and see for yourself. Nonetheless, it all comes from God. And He said it was not good that our soul would be without knowledge. Now, I had another thought this morning. It's okay to be a young Christian. It's okay to be, a baby Christian. Everybody starts out that way. It's okay to be an immature Christian. What it's not okay is to stay a baby, stay immature. It's not okay because God tells us that we're to grow, we're to feed on His word. And so if you don't have knowledge in something, okay, that's understandable, but let's seek it, let's find it, because it's not good that our soul is without knowledge. We have got to taste and see that the Lord is good. He trieth the hearts of men. There are going to come circumstances and situations in our lives, and we're going to be put to the test. Do you believe me? Do you believe my word? Do you believe what I've said? Are you going to trust in me? Are you going to take my wisdom, understand it, and turn it into knowledge? Are you going to allow it to become truth and confidence? Are you going to allow it to become, or yourself to become skillful because you have practiced it for so long? Are you going to give in to what I've said? Okay. And we need wisdom, we need understanding, and we for sure need knowledge, because we grow. When God proves Himself to us, when we actually are obedient to His word and put our trust in what He said and not in what we say, think, or see, then He grows us in faith. We become more mature. We're ready to take on a little more. So the second part of that verse says, and he that hasteth with his feet sinneth. Now, so here's the thing about hastiness. Unless God tells you to do something, to be in haste over something, then hastiness is of the flesh. It's of the flesh. We get in positions where we feel like we have to do something now. What's going to happen? If I don't, then I won't, or this won't. We get fearful and hasty. And if we're the type to make decisions on the fly and on the go without seeking God, without putting time and effort into truly studying His word, asking Him, praying in the Spirit, and being obedient to it, then I tell you what, then the outcome is what the verse said, which was that He sinneth. We sin when we are hasty. And so I look back a lot at Christ right now, because I'm trying to really see, what a godly person looks like. It looks like Christ, right? He was never in a hurry. He didn't rush off. He didn't run off. He prayed. He waited. He always did the will of the Father. He was perfect. That's who we're to follow. And He wasn't in a hurry. Sorry, I don't want to get on a rabbit trail. He wasn't in a hurry. And so unless God gives you direct instructions and says, do this quickly, move quickly, then hastiness is of the flesh. And so we need to seek knowledge. God says that we can ask for wisdom. He says knowledge comes forth from Him. We can ask Him for it. He says He gives it to all men liberally. We don't have to think that somebody else is getting something that we are not. God is not a respecter of persons. He wants to give us His word. He wants to grow us. He wants us to, wait on Him in patience and He wants to prove Himself to us. So And it says also in Colossians, Paul was talking chapter 1, and he was saying, also, we never cease to pray for you, that you would grow in knowledge of the will of God. Like, that was what God wanted for them. That was what he put on Paul's heart, the Holy Spirit did, to say. So my prayer for God's people today is that we would seek to have knowledge in our soul, and that we wouldn't be hasty, but that we would wait on the Lord. I hope this could be a blessing to you. And you know what? Reach out if you need to. Have a blessed day.